Hi everyone, Joe from Apex EC here. Just wanted to give a little review on the Patch and Go app, or Patch app and Go rather. Purchased this the other week. Been speaking to them online. Seemed like a pretty decent bit of kit. To be fair, I haven't put it through its full paces yet. I'll try and splice the video to show the app alongside each one of these functions. But we've got a general tester here, which again is nice. Could be built a little bit better with some of the plastic housing, but again, it's not really a tool that gets thrown about. When we come to testing, we're usually pretty safe with them, so I'll say it'll be alright for that. Again, I'd rather them switch to a USB-C with everything else doing that. That'd be a nice touch on a newer model, and the same with the button to turn it on. Again, it's just very basic, but you press and hold, turns it on. It's now looking for Bluetooth and the app. You'll connect to it through your phone, which again I'll show. I'm going to turn it off for this model. As I say, I'll show you the in-screen app. Hold it again, turns red, turns off. Pretty simple. Okay, you've got charging lead in here. Again, that plug in there recharges this unit. Then you've got each of these remote units, which will plug into any outlets, or as for a lot of the cases we deal with, we'll be actually making off ends. So I've bought these RJ45 connectors. They do make their own. I just see these on Amazon, and then actually made a metal. Can't hear it, but they are pretty decent, and they have the shielded terminal, so it means you can test that as well, which this tester can do. That's why all these plugs are shielded as well. But you will simply plug it in, and obviously if it was end to end, you can plug it in like that. Or so you can test your couplers if you really wanted to, or if you had patch lead. Bearing in mind these can be a lot longer, so plug one of them in. You know, this could be 60 meters away. Plugged it all in, you know, and testing. And what will happen, again, keep it simple, but this will turn green as long as the test turns out fine. It will turn red if it isn't, and the same with this end. This will light up red or green on this end, depending on whether it has passed or failed. The number of nodes that they give you to plug in out at any other points you have, or at the patch panel if you want to trace a locator, is quite handy. They do sell more, and you can buy more of these individually, and they're all pre-programmed so they know what number they're looking for. I'm sure this will cut down if you're working on your own in particular, or if you're taking over someone else's system. As I say, these just off Amazon, I think they were £6 for the pair. I've got to be honest, they're really well built. If Patch and Go can incorporate something like this into their product, then they'll be on to a big winner. So we'll talk through on the app a little bit more to show off other little features that they might have. So I'll do some screen recordings for them and try and edit them in. So here we have the app in use. It loads up, looks straight away for it. If you've turned it on, you'll find it on your Bluetooth. We'll go for a quick test. So you select the cable type. You can select whether it's shielded or not. And then you need to select type of wiring, whether it's A or B. It won't let you proceed if you haven't. So we'll select B, click the test button, and straight away it does the test. Click test again, it will show it again. You'll notice the port numbers do change as you click test as well. That's quite handy. Then we'll go to the trace section. We've got the tracer going through. It's going to find what number I've plugged into what port. Again, handy if you're working on your own. It's found 2. If I knew 2 was plugged into 21, I know that circuit was 21. Again, show a different number. 6, you can get multiple ones, so you can just continue to test. Here we'll show it as a screened cable, so again, select type of wire, type of wiring. This one is shielded, and you'll see once it's tested, the shielded terminal has been tested at the bottom to show it's continuous. And we'll go on to a multiple test that I started already. So this is just to show you a mock one. Again, you put in the details. I've said there's 12 ports, A1 to A12. Every time you test, it will log it as the next one. So you just do it in order, A1, A2, A3. As you see, they keep coming up. We do have a couple to show that fail, like that one. Again, you can see failed miserably. It continues to save it. You can either choose to fix it there and then and retest, or you can move on and come back to it later, which is quite a nice touch, I think. So on that one, I fixed and retest, and now you see it's passed. And again, it didn't mix up the numbers. It knew we were working on A10 the whole time then. Move on, last test. It shows you number of passes, number of fails. You can go on to the fails. So we'll click on A9. We can see the fail. We choose to fix it. We retest, and again, it will automatically update the result and say it's now passed. Now, we'll click on the view results again. We still have one that's failed. Say if this was an install you were actually testing, you could go to the customer and now say this one has failed, which is pretty handy. We'll look at it as a PDF now. Again, little descriptions you can put in. We just made this one up as office and home. You've got the list of port numbers and whether they passed or failed. Pretty basic, but does the job in my mind. You can input your basic details on the end, just as your tester and your name and address. So yeah, all in all, it's a pretty good app.